Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Badass Joker. Right at the beginning, I want to say that I watch a lot of horror films, dramas, short films, and even web series from all over the world. While some of them are very impressive, some are really rubbish. In fact, the definition of horror lies in some surprising revelations with excellent background scores, unlike the bloodshed and screams shown by some filmmakers in the name of horror. Horror means thrill followed by suspense and not torture. And in this context, I have to say, Indonesian filmmakers make some of the best and most interesting horror films to watch. As an Indian, I'm exposed to films made all over the world, and every country specializes in a particular genre of cinema, and I would not be wrong to consider Indonesian filmmakers to be the best at making horror films that meet the tastes of national and international audiences alike. Mata Batin 2 or The Third Eye 2 is one such movie directed by ace filmmaker Rocky Soraya, who is well known for making horror movies just like the Ramses from India. Since 2016, director Rocky Soraya has helmed 3 movies in the Doll franchise, Susanna Buried Alive and The Third Eye, which is the predecessor to the film I'll be talking about in this video. Rocky Soraya's sequel plunges deeper into the Indonesian spirit world, consisting largely of blood, lies, deceit, flying furniture, orphans in peril, gooey makeup, screeching, spirituality, and ghosts. The first film in a possible series released last year, also available on Netflix, could be described as a somewhat twisted tale of 2 sisters, as older sister Alia, played by Jessica Milla, returns home to Indonesia after a death in the family, left her younger sister Abel, played by Bianca Hello, alone. The sequel picks up 1 year after the events in the first film, where Alia starts working at an orphanage after yet another tragedy in her family. There, she teams up with young Nadia, played by Nabila Ratna Ayu Azalia, who also has an open third eye, and they must together defeat another evil force that erupts at the orphanage, connected both to the owners Mrs. Lakshmi, played by Sophia Latjuba, and her husband Mr. Fadli, played by Jeremy Thomas. And that is when young Abel consults spirit advisor Mrs. Vindu, played by Sitra Pirma, who opens up Alia's so-called third eye, which soon convinces her that her younger sister was right all along. And things get progressively more hairy and haunted from there. The film is filled with expected gross-out moments, but largely relies on our sympathy for the woman who must deal with unsavory, unappealing, and unsympathetic men. This seems like a good tack to take in the modern day. Actually, this is a terrific film from a technical standpoint, since director Rocky Soraya captures and explores exquisitely designed sets and locations with a dynamic eye and oversees the creation of some fiendish-looking ghouls. In fact, the orphanage's production design is so exquisite that it kind of outshines the actual humans in the movie. And also because my knowledge of Indonesian horror has been limited to the unsettling, definitely creepy films, for me it was enjoyable to watch a talented filmmaker wrestle in a somewhat more deliberate, albeit less creepy and unsettling, slower-paced fashion. Also, I was surprised to see how the horrors were placed in context with more mainstream religious beliefs. Mata Batin 2 uses technology called the CGI computer-generated imagery, which is better than the first film and said to have been improved as it is expected to be in accordance with the wishes of fans. And besides being added to some horror effects, shooting of this film is said to have actually taken at a place that is said to be haunted. And while all this may still be acceptable if the story moves towards some sort of a conclusion, director Rocky Soraya maybe had a compulsion to throw on more ritualistic obstacles to ant up his first film and unwittingly creates a nerve-ending morality tale that creates. The message of forgiveness isn't a new one, and when you demonize flat characters and get the heavenly dead to return and preach, it's all very detached and cheesy. Also, how the filmmakers spent less energy on stringing gimmicky scenes awkwardly together and more time on crafting a meaningful script without throwing bets around the set, Mata Batin 2 would have been a great Indonesian piece. There is some magical lore that can really unnerve, and the camera work is quite good when it's not shaking away from a desperate effect. Having said that, the end of Mata Batin 2 should not require an explanation. And of course, the end of Rocky Soraya's movie is always more than just another sequel, so we might probably get Mata Batin 3 before we even know it. After all, Asian horror movies are a delight to watch since there are slightly more spiritual variation on almost familiar themes. Thank you so much guys for listening to me so very patiently. If you really liked my video, please give it a thumbs up. Definitely do leave your comments in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel by smashing on the subscribe and bell button that's right down below the video. Also, stay tuned about the latest updates on my channel by following me on Instagram at the Badass Joker, the link of which is given down in the description box. Let's meet next time. Until then, it's bye from Sujat. Bye bye.